two, a 1, 2, 3.
Guys, I hope this video is finding you happy and healthy. I am so excited to be standing in our brand new kitchen we just renovated, and I'm so happy to be taking you on a tour of our Ikea kitchen. This is an Ikea kitchen. For those of you who don't know, we just renovated this apartment unit that we're standing in right now, and I'm in our fourplex. So we just bought this fourplex about 2 years ago now. We've been slowly renovating it one unit at a time. This is the third unit that we've renovated, and we decided to move into our fourplex a few months ago. And so we've been here about 2 months now, and I've just been waiting to give you guys a kitchen tour because there's just some final touches that I was waiting on, and now it is completely done. So I'm so excited to be giving you guys a tour. I'll show you all the details that went on behind renovating this kitchen. We started from the ground up. We totally ripped out everything and we did not keep any of it. So this was a whole redo, whole kitchen remodel, and I'm very excited to be showing you it now. By the way, if you hear clanging, banging, loud thumping, any sort of loud noises, we are redoing the siding of this apartment complex right now, and it is very, very loud. So we just started on redoing the siding today, and so the siding company is ripping off all the old siding. I apologize ahead of time, but that's what that is. For those of you who are brand new to my channel, welcome, and for those of you who are returning, welcome back. I upload 1 or 2 videos a week all about living healthy, and then of course I throw in renovation videos here and there because Josh and I, this is like a large part of our life right now, is renovation projects, especially working on this fourplex right now, which we are getting there. We're getting done. We do have 1 more unit to renovate, which I'll be filming for you guys in the future. Also, I will link 2 of the Ikea videos down below. The first video is how we designed the Ikea kitchen by ourselves online. It's super, super easy process. So if you want to know how to design an Ikea kitchen yourself, go watch that video down below. And then the second video was on how to build Ikea kitchen cabinets. And so I think that's a pretty informative video. So you can check that out down below if you want to know how to build Ikea kitchen cabinets by yourself, kind of like DIY style. So first thing you guys are noticing right away are the washer and dryer. So this wasn't here before. We had to have special hookup installed. And because this is an apartment, we didn't really have anywhere else to put the washer and dryer, and we really wanted a washer and dryer in this unit because it is one of the bigger units, and this is kind of be used as like an owner occupied unit, and so we really wanted this to be like one of the luxury units of the building. So washer and dryer we just had to put in the kitchen in the middle of everything, which ended up being fine because Ikea has panels that we bought. So it was just like your basic cuts that we made to hide the side of the washer and dryer so it looked presentable from the front entry. And then also panel on this side that Ikea provided for us, just your basic cuts. It was really easy. And then a panel on top of that, and then we just finished it with trim on the top. So it was really easy to box all this in. We love, absolutely love these washer and dryers. They are super quiet. Consumer Reports rate it as very, very quiet, and we agree. Like, we really are happy with all the money that we spent on these. They're not cheap, but worth it if you need a quiet washer and dryer, if your washer and dryer setup is kind of like ours. LG DLE 3600, I believe, is what this brand is called, and we'll link it down below for you guys to check out. But we got these at Home Depot on a Home Depot special, like on a holiday special. We're very happy with these. Very, very happy with these. Down here, we cut out a stall mat. These are just horse stall mats that we have in our garage gym that we put down. We had an extra one, so he just cut it down and put it underneath the washer and dryer, and so it absorbs the vibration. And so the floors, literally, nothing vibrates when these go, which is awesome. So this really does help absorb like the shock and the vibration of the washer and dryer going. The stove. So this is just kind of a basic Samsung electric stove with like a glass stove top. What's really cool that Josh found on Amazon is this glass stove top cover, which really is helpful in protecting the glass stove top. You've got to be careful, especially if you have kids, like dropping things on this. You really want to protect your stove top. So I'll link this down below also. And so this stove was middle grade. We are, of course, gonna only be here temporarily for a couple years, and this is ultimately gonna be a rental unit. And so the appliances that we chose, besides the washer and dryer, we needed to invest in because of the noise factor. But these appliances are pretty middle grade. We wanted to buy good appliances, but they couldn't be super expensive because this is gonna be a rental unit. So good appliances that are reliable, but not super expensive. So this is pretty middle grade pricing. I want to say probably $500 range-ish, but Samsung is a good brand and we're happy with the stove, and it is a convection stove, so we like that. And like I said, I will try to link everything that I can down below for you guys to check out. Again, a good microwave, not super expensive, $300 range, General Electric, good brand. The only thing I would say about their microwave, if you're looking at this kind of price range in the $300 price range on the microwave, is I'm not too sold on how it opens. It's pretty clunky. It's not very graceful. But other than that, it does its job, does what it needs to do. These are all Ikea kitchen cabinets, of course, and we absolutely love them. This is not our first Ikea kitchen. So this is our third Ikea kitchen that we've done, and we've really liked our Ikea kitchen cabinet. It's a really high quality for a good price. We're thinking like, okay, so if you are cooking here, what will you need that'll maximize the space? So what we did was we put two cabinets on either side of the stove. They're actually the same cabinet box. They're the exact same cabinet box. There's the exact same cabinet front. It's just that we put the handles in different spots because of what we're using it for. So we made this cabinet a pull-out drawer, and we have all of our cooking utensils and everything that we need to cook on the stovetop here, instead of having to put all the utensils in a tin can or something and it would take up space on the countertop. So this has been really handy to have this pull-out drawer, and then underneath we have additional like cooking stuff too. And then on this side is just a regular cabinet, your standard cabinet with shelving, and this is where I like to put my mitts. It's a little bit messy right now, but you know, the tin foil and plastic wrap, all that other stuff that you also need for cooking, we put there. So what's cool while I'm on this topic is all these cabinets are super versatile, so you can do whatever you want with a cabinet. So you just have to choose the size of your cabinet boxes when you're putting them together. But like this, we could have easily made into this. You would just have to move the handle over and then make the shelves like a pull-out drawer instead of an actual cabinet. So here, same thing. These two are exactly the same thing. Your basic cabinets, your spices on one side, we have supplements on the other side. But you could do whatever you want with these. You can put as many shelves in as you want. You don't have to put any shelves in if you don't want. Like here above, we don't have any shelves. We just have the cabinet box, and then we just put some additional cooking items up there. As a side note, because this is on top of the microwave, you want to make sure when you buy your Ikea kitchen cabinets that it comes with the microwave installation kit, because it makes it a lot easier to install your microwave with this special Ikea kit that the cabinets come with. If you don't have the kit, then it's really hard to position the microwave like down and out. We had this problem at first. We installed the microwave, it was too far in, and then we couldn't open it up because the cabinet was in the way. So that's just an FYI. It's kind of a given, but for some reason we didn't know that, so I'm sure other people don't know that either. It kind of seems like there's not a whole lot of space between the stove and the microwave, which I'm not a big fan of, but the microwave instructions will tell you how far up to install the microwave from the stove. Our stove vent vents out to the outside. It's not a circulating vent, so that was a factor in how we installed our microwave and our stove. And then in addition, we could have put an end panel here and an end panel here that would have made it like more of a finished look, so you didn't have a space here, but it didn't match up with like what we were doing down below. So we ended up not doing that. Also, Ikea does sell a trim piece that you can put here and here if you wanted everything flush. We also decided not to do that. Again, this is not our forever kitchen. This is not our forever home. This is a rental. So we're just, you know, kind of looking at it like, do people really care? Do we really care? But in your forever kitchen, you do want to look at those little details. All right, so we're moving on to the dishwasher. We actually hate this dishwasher. So I really recommend that you spend the extra money and buy a quiet dishwasher. This one is, again, middle grade. I want to say it's in the $500, $600 price range. It's fine. It does a good job washing the dishes, but it is loud. And I really like dishwashers that the buttons are on the top and you don't see the buttons here because I think it's tacky. So I thought I would like this one, but it is so loud. But if you have a dishwasher that you like and you have buttons here, you wanna cover everything up, Ikea does make like a cover panel that you can hide your dishwasher. So that also is an option too. The sink. Okay, so this sink we got off Amazon. By the way, I don't know if you guys know this, but Amazon has really high quality sinks. I didn't realize that before we did this renovation. Amazon's stainless steel sinks are super cheap and high quality. Better than Ikea, better than Home Depot. So this one's cool because it's super deep, like you're noticing, but also it has this like rubber like panel thing that absorbs all the sound. So it doesn't sound tinny so I'm banging on the sink right now. And it doesn't sound tinny, it's not loud. It like absorbs the shock of like doing dishes and banging the dishes in the sink, which I think is super cool. I've never seen that before, and I think that's unique to Amazon. So I will link the sink down below for you guys. And then underneath too, we just decided to go with just a plain cabinet, no shelving. So we can just put big items, large items underneath of it, but you can do whatever you want. You can put a shelf there. You can have pull-out drawers if you want for things, or you have like a mini trash can pull-out drawer. I've seen that. Up here, this is Home Depot. It's like a dark brown and it's Moen Company. I really like all of my fixtures to be dark, so black or dark brown. I just think I like that finishing look on like dark brown, black fixtures. So you'll notice that throughout the kitchen. All these are black handles I got from Ikea. And then this is dark. And then our shelving, which we'll talk about in a second, it's all dark. So I just really like the dark finishes. I think it really is classy looking. Also, I wanted our marble detailing on our countertops to stand out. I feel like with the dark fixtures, the marbling kind of stands out a little bit more. These are brand new windows, both of them, because we had to replace the whole window. These windowsills are original, but painted white. This is all pre-painted whiteboard around here that we trimmed out. So I really like the big wide trim. I think it really accentuates the windows. So same thing over here. Original windowsill that's painted white, and then whiteboard around, pre-painted white whiteboard around the windows. For our shelving, we got this from Home Depot. So this is the same thing as the trim. It's whiteboard or common board, I guess is the other name for it that Josh has informed me. And we just stained it a dark color. I don't remember what the name of the stain is, but I'll try to find it and link that down below. I really like how these turned out stained. And then this is just your basic like heavy duty brackets that hold the shelves up. Well worth the cost. I really love them, how they can just display like anything you want. It adds to the kitchen, to your design. I had our contractor install them a little bit higher. He wanted to install them a little bit lower, but I wanted anything and everything to fit underneath. So if I have like a large blender or our air fryer, I wanted everything to be able to fit underneath the shelving. And then when I do my cooking videos for YouTube, I wanted the tripod to be able to fit under the shelves too. Also, I'm glad because our cats have a hard time getting up there, which is great because they love to eat the plants, and these are only fake plants, but they love eating them anyways. It's super annoying. This is Ikea, by the way, and then the rest of the decorations are from Home Goods. Moving on to more cabinets. So this is very unique to Ikea kitchens. This is called a dead space cabinet, and these shelves swing out, which is awesome because all this, of course, is dead space in there. And so this really maximizes your space in your kitchen. So we use these swing out shelves for all of our pots and pans. Sometimes like the appliances get caught on it. So you have to be careful swinging it out. But I am really happy with this. We've always done these dead space cabinets in all of our kitchens, and we're super happy with them. The only thing is if you have small kids or it's a rental, if the person opening or using all this isn't paying attention, these two cabinets can slam together, or this one can swing out too far and hit this cabinet and create dents. So this is actually the most common problem, is this one swinging out and hitting this cabinet. So if you have that problem, what you can do is you can put some sort of a strap here, like on these holes. Somehow maybe drill a hole here, and then you already have a hole here. So it stops the cabinet from swinging all the way out. So you can get creative with that. That's what we thought of. But that would be the only thing with these dead space cabinets. You just have to be careful with them banging together, and this one's swinging out too far. I forgot to show you guys, they don't just swing out, they pull out too. So they swing out and then there we go, pull out here, which is also very cool. I always forget that they do this. I'm really happy with this drying rack. Got this off Amazon. This is metal, dark brown metal, and I like that it's metal because, I don't know, it's just the dirt doesn't accumulate as much when you're washing dishes and everything. And you put the pans on there, it actually looks kind of nice. I think this is really cool, but some people find this annoying. So these are really deep pull-out drawers, which Josh and I love these deep pull-out drawers because you can do a lot with them. You can store a lot of things. And then we use this drawer as our utensil drawer. And I like it because it's hidden. So it's not as busy. You're not having like a little drawer here and then drawers. So it looks like, to me, more of a finished look because you only have 2 drawers instead of 3. But what is annoying, people don't like, is when you pull out this drawer, like you have to pull out this drawer in order to get to the utensil drawer, which is an extra step. So some people find that annoying. I'm okay with it. I think Josh is okay with it. I really like this setup. And then down below is another really deep pull-out drawer that we use for containers and mugs and stuff, which is cool because this is like a really high Nalgene bottle and it fits perfectly. Actually, you could have like really high, big, huge things in here and it would fit. I like it a lot. And here is an end panel that are basic cuts to cut out, so that adds to the finishing look. This turned out so nicely. I'm super happy with it. This is the original chimney to the building, 1890. When we started renovating this kitchen, it was all covered up with old drywall and old material. So we started chipping away at it and realized it was nice brick underneath, but I just didn't know how it would turn out. We originally wanted this to be a feature piece of the kitchen, and it totally worked, and it is. We got all the old material off of it, cleaned it up, and then we put a couple coats of clear sealant over it to try to preserve the brick, and it just turned out so nicely. This area was actually the original stovetop in 1890. We had to cover up all this because it was damaged, but I was able to salvage this little area that was part of the stovetop way back in the horse and buggy days. So I really like this a lot. Countertops. We only had 5 choices on countertops, and I know I wanted light countertops. And I wasn't sure about the marbling. These are quartz countertops. And I'm so glad I went with the marbling because I think it really stands out with the dark features, the other dark features of our kitchen with the shelving and the sink and everything. So I'm really happy how it turned out. These are not Ikea countertops. Ikea does have a lot of countertops that we've used before, but we were actually able to get these from our contractor who got them wholesale. So we got them at a cheaper price, but I did only have 5 choices and this was my favorite one. I could have gone with a white one, which I think would be too white, too much white in the kitchen, and then I could have gone with gray. So in our other 2 units we've renovated so far, we've gone with like a light gray on top because it hides stains really well. But for us in this unit, since this is more of like a luxury unit of the 4 units, I wanted more of like a marbling look. So I'm very happy that I did this. And we just brought it up a little bit here for the backsplash. We didn't want to spend the money on an actual backsplash because backsplashes are very, very expensive. And I just think it's cool, like looks nice how it is, just going up. And that's what I recommend for those of you on a really strict budget, a really tight budget for your kitchens. It's totally fine for a backsplash just to go up like this and have the rest like maybe a nice paint, or there's a lot of cheap options out there for backsplashes, but you just have to be careful because I feel like the simpler the better. And then if you have open shelving like us, we don't miss the backsplash at all. One of the units we did shiplap as a backsplash, a super cheap option, so you could do that too. Brand new door. As some of you probably remember, the door here before was crappy and falling apart and flimsy. The whole framing is new also. So this is a pre-hung door with hinges already attached to it that our window company installed for us, and we're very happy with it. This door is actually bigger than the original one. It's very sturdy. It's just your basic door, and I like that it has like the panels here, so it kind of makes it look more old school, but still like in modern times. Put a smart lock on it. We have smart locks on all of our doors to the 4-plex because it just makes it easier. We don't have to have keys. And then so we installed it here. Okay, just today We had a leak in one of our upstairs units. The bathtubs, the plumbing's all leaking from the bathtub. And so that just happened like literally an hour ago. So renovation life, you know, investment property life, real fun. Moving on to this part of the kitchen. This is probably my favorite part of the whole kitchen. Very, very excited to have 2 pantries. I've actually never really had a pantry before, ever. And I was a little skeptical at first. I was like, do I really need 2 pantries? But one of my top priorities for this kitchen was to be able to hide the trash cans. And so one of the pantries I'm utilizing to hide the trash cans, and then the other pantry is actually a pantry for food. But you can do whatever you want with these kind of pantries. So this is for our trash cans and recycling, and then this is all our cleaning supplies, you know, for the kitchen. And of course our laundry stuff too is also in here. This is like our junk shelf. And then up here is just like more glassware, my lunchbox back there. But you know, actually you don't have to do shelving. We could have done pull-out drawers, which I think we should have done for our pantry, which I'll show you in a second, but you don't have to put shelves. You can put pull-out drawers instead if you want that, if you want to hide your things. Or you can put as many shelves as you want, or as little shelves as you want. So of course I wanted like a bigger space for our trash cans, but I totally could have put this one down here or put 2 more down there and made an actual pantry. So you can do whatever you want with these cabinets, which is really cool. So that's what we did here. Very happy to be having my trash cans hidden. This is just your basic trim piece here that we put on, that Ikea sells. Okay, here is your basic cabinet. This is our coffee bar area, which I'm so happy to have. There's plenty of room to make coffee and tea with our kettle. Underneath, there's an undermount light here. That's an LED box light that is controlled by this switch. I thought this was gonna be on a dimmer, but it's not. I think our electrician, well, Josh tells me our electrician is gonna come back and put this on a dimmer because it would be really nice to be able to control the lighting in this area. But for now, I'm very happy with it. Underneath are really deep pull-out drawers, kind of like the other ones that I showed you, but these are huge. I love them. So I'm putting all my dishes in here in cups, which, oh, so convenient, especially if you have little kids too. I was just thinking about this. Like they can get their own dishes and their own cups, and it's like really convenient for them. So I love this. This fits a lot of stuff in here. Another hidden pocket drawer here for all of our other like little cooking things, which I really like this one too. This fits a lot of stuff, but it's pretty shallow. So it's gonna be for utensils or like little cooking items. So I really like this. And then down below is another really deep drawer that I'm so happy to be using for crock pots and Instant Pot. It's like, what's that called? And you know, blenders and stuff. Like your large appliances actually do fit in a drawer, which is awesome. They're not like taking up room and space on the countertop, which is so cool to me. Down here, we put these 4x4 trim pieces. IKEA kitchen cabinets come with cake plates, I think that's what they call them, and they're plastic, so we don't use them. They just look cheap, and I don't feel like they would last very long. So we install these baseboards all along here instead of the cake plates. It's a 4-inch contractor pack baseboard that we cut down and put in. Our other pantry we're actually using as a pantry, and like I mentioned before, I'm on the fence whether I should have actually put in drawers here to hide the stuff. But then at the same time, if I had drawers, I wouldn't be able to see everything, which is probably the point of having a drawer. You can hide things. But I like being able to see what I have to eat so nothing goes to waste, nothing goes bad. Same up here. Actually, we decided not to put a shelf here, so all of our big like bottles, alcohol stuff can fit here very nicely. So happy with that. This is a really nice cabinet that swings up, which is cool. And there's for more storage. We use it just as like extra drinks. We did have an issue installing this. I think we installed it too far down and it was hitting the fridge. So that's just something to keep in mind. Just make sure you install that top cabinet high enough over the fridge. Of course, there's a side panel here that we put. We have a basic side panel that IKEA provides with just your basic cuts that cover the side of the fridge to make it like a more finished look as you're looking from the living room to the kitchen. The fridge, of course, we got at Home Depot. This is an LG fridge we got for $1,100, which is why we bought it. That's a steal for this quality of a fridge. We love it. We love that it pulls out like this. I'll show you, but don't judge my storage skills. It's very messy. But we really like all the space that it has, and we actually bought it for the ice maker because we haven't had an ice maker on our fridge in many years. So we have an ice maker and a water filter. All right, so these lights, 1, 2, 3, they're all the same. And we went with these kind of lights because preferably I would have wanted pot lights, but we would have had to have another permit for that. We would have had to fire rate that. Would have cost way more money in electrical stuff. So we just stuck with the original layout of the 3 lights that we already had, and we just replaced them with these LED. They're actually yellow lights that we got from Home Depot. We were on the fence whether we should have a white LED light. We went with yellow because it's like, to us, it was softer lighting. But it does change the color of your cabinets, like in the dark when you're like cooking at night and you have the lights on, the cabinets look cream instead of white. So if we had gone with like a white shade of light, like white LED, then I feel like it would have kept our cabinet colors like looking white during the nighttime. If you care about that or not, I don't really care personally very much, but in my forever home, maybe I would care more. So just something to think about with these LED lights, whether you go with a white light or a yellow light, it does change the color of your cabinet, just kind of changes the whole look of your kitchen at night. So just something to keep in mind. These 2 are on dimmers. This one above us is not, and that's a mistake on the electrician's part. So he's gonna come back and put that one on a dimmer. So I'll turn these on, and then it's this little thing here that goes up and down. See how they're yellow? Leave comments down below if you suggest anything for us on the lights. So these floors run throughout the whole apartment. They are luxury vinyl plank from Lifeproof. They're called Sterling Oak. Yeah, we're super happy with them. We put these same floors in our other 2 units, and we're planning on putting these same floors in the last unit we're gonna renovate. And we really like the LVP flooring because it looks really nice. It looks like wood, but basically you can't destroy it. You can't dent it very easily. So you can have like pets and kids and everybody running through the house, and it's not gonna be damaged easily at all. It's waterproof too, which is amazing. So there's literally no maintenance that goes into like preserving these floors, so they'll last forever. Plus there is a lifetime warranty on Lifeproof. You're gonna pay a little bit more money up front, but then you have a lifetime warranty with them. So we get these from Home Depot. We got a cheap price on this color because gray is out of style right now, but I just think it's timeless, and I think it's gonna come back eventually like everything does. So I was fine with going with a gray, and we do like grays, whites, like neutral tones in our remodels that we do because it's just very like timeless and it can go with anything and everything. So I just wanted to point out something real quick. So we put this beam up. If you remember, if some of you remember when we first demoed this whole place, there was a wall right here, and there was a little opening from this area, this living room area, into the kitchen. So we knocked down this whole wall, and it wasn't load bearing, but we still had to put a support beam. And so it was cool because our contractor helped us stain this wood beam the same stain color as the shelving over there. I just think the 2 go really well together. So that's kind of when I decided to do all of the fixtures, like dark browns and blacks, because I just think it's cool finishes. I'm very happy with how this turned out, and I think it really helps divide the space, but also having open concept. So overall thoughts on the kitchen, we absolutely love it. Leave comments down below with any questions you have or any comments you have or suggestions. I'll link all those other IKEA videos down below if you're interested in how to do your own IKEA kitchen. Hit the like button if you like this video because it really helps support my channel, and always remember to be kind to yourself.